U7 Buy provides the most convenient, fastest, and safest way to upgrade your team with numerous positive reviews and verified by top creators from different countries with 24/7 online customer support. Now you can enjoy an extra free coins for every order. Don't miss the opportunity for up to 4 million free coins. Use my code Inception for another 8% off. Okay, guys, so we're going to talk about the other evolution. We've already done one of them, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at the other one. So the other evolution is going to be the Dream Crusher. Now, by the looks of this, you can turn center backs into strikers if you really want to, right? Obviously, we got to be honest, if you were to do that, it's because you actually enjoy using physical type attackers in those areas, right? Because if we take a look at the types of players that you can select from this evolution, the striker position change for some of them is literally just there for the sake of being there. And then for some of them, it's like you actually get some very good defensive improvements, right? So that's kind of like the variables that you're working with when it comes to this one. So as an example, right, you have a card like Bisseck who gets a really, really nice card, to be fair. If you give him a shadow chemistry style, he's a lengthy. But imagine a card like this, right, who has a quick step plus, who has a lengthy, who has a 99 acceleration with a 5-star weak foot. Now, yeah, reactions and composure is not like super, super high from some of the players that you obviously currently see in the game right now, but he has good shooting stuff too. So it's like, let's say, for instance, you were to go for a header with his aerial and 99 jumping. You could potentially score some opportunities that way from the corner kicks. If the ball falls to the ground a specific way from a corner kick, you can score those opportunities because, let's be real, striker-wise, you're not really going to use this card in the striker position. It's just one of those cards where it's like, hey, if you're in and around the 18-yard box and this center back is around that area, you can shoot with him. It's possible, right? So that's going to be an example of like a card that you build to be more defensive, right? Then you have Van Dijk, who, again, is going to be more attacking, right? Like, you're going to unlock a card like this, quote unquote, for fun, right? For some people that actually just want to use this card in the striker position. I mean, does he have potential to be maybe decent? Sure. I mean, in technicality, if you were to give this card a Hawk chemistry style, improved shooting, and then you're still a mostly lengthy on this, you would utilize the jumping part of the card with the aerial plus and the power header. Now, is heading like a super meta thing to work with in this game? Not necessarily, but if you're a Liverpool fan and you want to have fun with a Van Dijk at striker, then by all means go down this route. Do I feel like his dribbling is probably going to be pretty awful up top? Yeah, it's probably going to be. They did give him a press proven as well, so it could compensate. Because, you know, a lot of the goal scoring opportunities with a card like this, with the low driven, take a touch, shoot the ball right away, and you can score opportunities that way, right? So you could do a concept with a card like this if you really wanted to. In the actual center back position, it doesn't make sense because longevity wise, you're not going to want to have the low driven shot. So again, that's more so if you were to want to use him as an actual striker, right? You have cards like Mendy, who, again, the Dream Crusher on him, you know, you get the striker position change, but that's not going to be the reason to unlock a card like this, right? The reason to unlock a card like this is because of the base card stats being improved in the shooting department, right? So let's say, for instance, you were to use a card like this as an attacking fullback, right? Like, you know, if you go to his fullback things and he has the wingback plus, that's going to be the main reasons to improve his shooting if you really want to, right? It doesn't really make a lot of sense to do that, but yeah, you could see with the Bisseck card, the dribbling boost is like pretty significant for him. The shooting and the pace boost is pretty significant. So there's like a bigger variable there. With Mendy, it's more just like improving his shooting, right? From the chain evolution that you would be doing from this specifically. So again, not really the whole concept of this sort of evolution. You have a card like Konate, who, again, you can change him into a striker. Doesn't make sense to use him there. Debatable. It's debatable because it's like, you know, imagine having a physical type attacker up top that has the anticipate, right? So in technicality, you can use him there, right? The 5-star weak foot, tall and normal. But let's be real. If you were to unlock a card like this with those three playstyle pluses, it's because you have the intention of using him as an actual center back, right? With the pace, defensive boost, physical boost, you know, dribbling could be higher in reaction and composure for sure. But again, if you're inside the 18-yard box, you go for a corner kick, the ball falls a certain way, and a center back is the one that has the ball, you could score with them, right? It's possible. So that's gonna be the main thing, right? But the 3 playstyle pluses that he's given, pretty relevant. Aerial, less relevant than some of the other stuff. People don't go for crosses, they go for cutbacks for the most part in this game. So obviously, if you were to have a regular aerial and an intercept plus, it'd be way more relevant for this card. So consider that for like future evolutions if you ever plan on upgrading that Konate card, right? We have some other choices here like Mateus, who again, you could play him at striker if you really want to, but it's not really... You know what's really funny about this evolution? It's kind of illogical because this game is very meta, right? And this would have made sense if this was how chemistry worked back in the day, right? Because you would get the striker position change, and depending on the formation that you would change to in-game, the card is literally just in the striker position so that you can change to whatever formation you want. So you would start off in a 4-4-2, but then you would want to play, I don't know, like a 5-back or something, like whatever, but you have him in the striker position to fit him in the team so that you can change to a 5-back. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like that's, from what I'm seeing on cards like this, that's like kind of like the whole purpose. But like that's what the game used to be like. At this point, it's like, will someone really use a card like this at striker? It's debatable, right? Dribbling stats like that, so that's not really why you're unlocking it. It's again to use him in the other positions that's not striker, right? It's like weird that they even give striker. But a card like this, you know, let's just say, for example, if I were to use him in the center back position, because honestly with block plus and stuff, it kind of makes more sense in the center back position. He is a shorter player regardless, right? But he does have a very good pace improvement. Defense is there, shooting is there. With a card like this, I would say there's potential of using him in the CDM position 100% because he still has the base play styles that are important, of course. But one of those ones, you know. But like, yeah, he looks pretty good. Good improvements on him if you were to go down that route. I think the 3 playstyle pluses would be pretty relevant. But block, I noticed block being utilized more if the person goes for the Trivelas meta-wise. Like, I think CDMs, if you use certain formations, like they will go inside the 18-yard box to block out those opportunities. But again, people would prefer like different things. Like I think intercept plus again would be the main one, right? Rudiger, very similar situation to some of these other cards. Sure, you can use him as a striker if you really want to, but this is for the center back position. So 6'3", 5-star weak foot. What's weird about this card, and I don't know if he would hold up nowadays, is he doesn't have like base intercept or anticipate, and those are very relevant play styles. So you would just use this as like a physical type attacker up top and just try to score opportunities that way. What do people say about this card? This might be the one. Shapeshifter's Rudiger vibes. Mine has intercept plus and will add anticipate plus from season pass. It's over. Oh, if you were to do that, yeah, for sure. Oh, people probably have some like chain evolutions. Yeah, if you have some chain evolutions where you can do that, for sure. That would actually make a lot of sense. Because Rudiger base mechanics wise is really good, but he's just missing playstyles, right? The playstyles obviously would be really important for him. This is a different Bisseck card. Oh, so a different like chain evolution, but same concept, right? You get like a good playstyle boost from that. Dream Crusher for Tudom with slide tackle, quick step, and aerial. Aerial would have been more relevant. Do you ever use aerial for fullbacks? I mean, if someone does a lob pass in the fullback position, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. I don't know if I'd really go down the path of aerial. But I mean, base mechanics wise, this card is still really good. My new striker, let's go. Aerial and quick step. Five-star weak foot. Yeah, the dribbling is just low, so you're using that for the concept of it for sure. But again, defensively, they still look pretty solid for what it is. See, this one actually might make sense. This one actually might make sense. You know what? This would be an interesting one. I wonder what he would be like, because it's like, not dribbling like that. I just wouldn't want to work with. But I'm thinking like, what if I were to give him an engine? Like, obviously, you're not a lengthy anymore, which would have helped out a lot because he is a player that only has 94 acceleration, 98 sprint speed. So if that was on a lengthy, it wouldn't be as bad. Because the 3 playstyle pluses are pretty relevant. But the thing is, too, is that like you're adding the quick step, right? So because you're adding the quick step, low key, he could be a really good striker, to be honest with you. You just wouldn't really like utilize physical presence, but like defensive stuff up top with like, I mean, he honestly, the concept of this card is not horrible. I would just try to put a first touch on him, you know, like a first touch. I think would be kind of necessary because I think it would be a little bit too emphasized. But he also has press proven. I don't know. It's kind of like a interesting one actually with this one, especially with the dribbling boost being in the 90s with a press proven. Technical on the card, but then it's like I have a defensive thing up top. So if I actually want to win the ball, I probably could. He actually has passing stuff too. Oh, I'm talking about first touch like an idiot when he has first touch plus. Am I stupid? I might be. Guys, this one should be trending the most. Like one of the top ones in my opinion. Does he have advanced striker? Yeah, I don't know. Or advanced forward. I don't know why this one's not trending the most. This one should be higher. Play him at center mid playmaker. Center mid. Oh, dang. And he's a... Oh, well, he's a controlled. But, I mean, it wouldn't really matter. I mean, this card should be way higher. He's one of the better choices. I don't know why that's, like, so low, to be honest with you. Isn't this the guy that's a beast? 92, 97, 86. Okay, so you're just improving a beast. This guy was an OBJ card, apparently. I have to see if he's in the club, because right center back, I've been trying to like change up a little bit. I mean, yeah, it's mainly in the shooting boost, to be honest. Right? Again, it's like if you win a corner kick, and then he's inside the 18-yard box, you can score with him. Honestly, I would not mind going in that direction if I had a card that I knew was good. Like a card like this that has these base playstyles, 3 very relevant base playstyle pluses in the center back position. Like I honestly wouldn't mind, because like unless I'm doing this for this Evo, some of these like it's more so just for you to use as a center back, but the striker part of it is like weird to even give. Like on this one, it's not. This guy actually looks pretty good, to be honest. Not even like striker. Like, yeah, but striker, like, he has good shooting stuff, though, man. Like, but, like, midfield as well, you know? Not bad. You could even use him on a lengthy with an anchor, too. Oh, it's an interesting one, for sure. Ligt. Yeah, this one would be relevant, too, for sure. Oh, yeah. 3 relevant playstyle plus his quick step is amazing. Amazing with a 99 for acceleration. He'd be so... I wonder what base mechanic stuff would be like on him, but like he would be fast, man. Quick step and then power shot, long ball, jockey, intercept, slide tackle, bruiser, relentless. Yeah, he has good stuff. Even has a press proven too, eh? With some passing stuff too. Interesting. Very nice card, actually. Very good, very good. Am I the only one that looks at Aerial Plus for some of these guys and I don't really care too much about it? Honestly, for the SBC Hullet card, like that, the Aerial Plus, you actually do utilize a lot in the CDM position. Not a lot, but like you do utilize it. So it's like the pings, pass, and intercept by default with the tall player. You guys know the whole year I've been saying like I would use a Hullet Vieira combo, like, and then they dropped this thing. I even said in the review, I'm just happy that they didn't make him garbage. Like he was just so good, honestly, because they released this card as an SBC, and it was like, all right, bro, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you do utilize the aerial sometimes in the midfield, like CDM position specifically. Yes, fullback maybe as well, to be honest. In certain situations, if someone were to go to like a long pass and stuff, you know. But I look at some of these center back cards, right, that get nice improvements. And I think the important thing is if you were to go down this route, yeah, you're just giving a shooting boost to cards like this. I don't know. It depends on the person, I think. Like if you like some of their base mechanic stuff. Again, if he has low driven, it's because you actually intend to use him as a striker, which would be hilarious for Toure. Quick step added to Araujo, eh? Interesting. And really good reactions. 95 reactions, eh? Anticipate, no base intercept. So you'd have to add an intercept, pretty much. Bruiser plus Evo, play him center back, absolutely insane. Mostly lengthy quick step, block, anticipate Bruiser, get. I mean, he looks good, yes, but intercept is a big thing in this game. When you don't have that, it's a little bit weird. Oof. Yeah, Van de Ven would kind of make sense too. Intercept, anticipate, then he has a quick step, and then base play styles, yeah. Yeah. .88 dribbling. Are you still lengthy on a thing? Yeah, you are. Okay. I was about to say that's kind of the most important thing on you. I mean, he still looks good though. This is a nice card too. In the fullback position, would not be a horrible thing to have that quick step with the lengthy. Even in the center back position, to be honest, he has good base playstyle. So this is like an evil to put like really fast players to kind of avoid the general meta of this game. Because a lot of these cards, they actually get improved to be really good. Like some of the cards that are not trending, I'm sorry, let's be realistic. Like they make the most sense because like if you use these guys as strikers, it's because you're doing some sort of concept. But like, here's an example, right? Like if I were to choose Vincent Kompany, right? Okay, the whole year, this guy doesn't have crazy acceleration. All right. If I give him an anchor chemistry style, oh, it's such a shame the card is low in certain areas. No, you're getting compensated by a quick step with a 92 acceleration, right? Like if you were gonna do an Evo, well, obviously it's expired, but like if you were gonna do one, this stuff makes more sense, right? To make cards way more usable. And by the looks of it, they actually look pretty meta, right? Eder Militao, again, with the low driven, it's because you actually want to use it as a striker. Cubarsi, look at this card, right? So your favorite figurine with a Dream Crusher, 2 relevant playstyle pluses. He kind of lacks in other things though. That's the only like main thing that's a little bit weird with the card. But again, shadow chemistry style, you can improve the pace and defense, but that's more for like the Barca fans, to be honest, because you would have to pay for that one, which is a little bit weird for some people. Calafiori, can I use this as a left back? I mean, he could be a nice left back. Look at this thing. Bruiser, block, quick step, intercept. No anticipate, but he has like very relevant things too. And this is a free one too. No nonsense Dream Crusher from the non-rare gold. This is a nice improvement. I think he would actually do a solid job in the left back position. Block wouldn't be as relevant there unless you're blocking out a Trivela. Like I said, it's way more relevant in the center back positions. Left back and right back, it's very situational. Like if someone were to beat you on a skill move on the outside going inside, like they're on the outside of the 18-yard box going on the inside and they shoot it across, yeah, you would utilize it more there. But like center backs definitely use it way more, right? But yeah, I think you guys get the gist of what you should probably be looking for when it comes to this evolution. I mean, in technicality, if they were to improve these cards the way that they do, and then there's an evolution in the future that gives them like, I don't know, like a crazy dribbling boost, then yeah, sure, you know, a dribbling boost with like a first touch. But honestly, from all of these cards that I've seen from this, like this guy is literally the one that makes the most sense for the logic of the evolution. You know what I'm saying? Like the logic of the evolution, this one would probably make the most sense. What's interesting with him is the cam plus parts, right? So it's like, okay, if I were to use him as like a right-sided cam and I had him on the, yeah, but these ones I wouldn't use, nah. This is center mid vibes, striker vibes if you really want to, but like mostly center mid, because quick step, first touch, and pings pass would be really nice there, because he still has anticipate. He doesn't have intercept, but he still has anticipate with like a bigger body type, right? But yeah, for the variable of this evolution, like this would kind of make the most sense, right? Some guy was You guys are funny sometimes because people go into the comment section of this. I think Bisseck was the first one, and then this guy, this one right here, Inception. Do not forget to look at Konte's crazy 2-chain evil. You missed it in the video. You know what, bro? Since you went through the effort of posting it on the bins, I'm gonna see what you're talking about. I mean, yeah, you're right. He actually looks really good. Miss a little bit of a stretch because Puppeteer's expired, you know? We talk about expired ones if I'm like going through it a little bit, if people actually went down that route. But a lot of the times we do these evolution videos, most of the times people will have specific cards that they've been doing evils on, and the cards that are not even in the videos are what they're looking to improve. So that's why we always describe, if a card has this, this, and that, then you could do this to make him that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want that specific explanation. Obviously, this card looks great. Like, if I were to consider using him, probably as an actual center mid over CDM, because he actually has a bunch of really nice stuff for that, specifically Playmaker++, because there's some formations where they can commit forward. But like, even in the CDM position, he still has Anticipate, still has Intercept, quicker card, has shooting. So if I actually get inside the 18-yard box, I can score. Let's see if GG's has any interesting ones here. See, these guys get it, right? Like, look at how he's the one that's top. I was about to say, dude. And then yes, the cards that like get really good improvements, like even this Jordi Alba fullback position, the Alpine Wall, Dream Crusher. He's just not a lengthy in that position. I think having physical players is pretty helpful there. Unless you're Frimpong. Frimpong is crazy. But even, you know what's funny is that even when you use Frimpong, you could even still tell, like, sometimes you're like, dude, sometimes I want that physical guy there, you know? But Frimpong, because of how fast he is with that Anticipate and that jockey, so good. So good. I was even using him today on the on someone's account for the review. And he was still cooking, bro. That card's crazy. Bro, but Lala's card, I literally gave him an anchor, and I unlocked. You guys know I'm not going to complete the season pass. You guys know me, right? I had to buy the season pass just for Lala, because he's worth 500k in my eyes. Like, that card is so good at right back. But yeah, the guys over here, they make more sense from the improvements that you get. Like, sure, you can switch them to striker if you want. 93 dribbling, what does that mean on you? There you go. See, like, this is what you would need if you actually wanted to do this. Yeah, like, this just makes more sense. There you go, right? Advanced forward striker ++. If you're making some sort of a team with the Chinese players, then yeah. But this is what I'm saying, right? Because there's a chain evo. Some people have probably been doing that, and it's like, oh, look at this center back. I could play at striker now. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, who would have guessed, right? Like, who would have guessed something would happen like that, right? That's the thing. That's the thing that they're not trending, but it's some people's cards are going to be really good. Look, another Chinese player, right? Same concept. You give an engine. He is a lengthy though, so you might consider something different. But you give an engine. He's got a low driven shot, 5-star, boom, right? And this card is like, what, 84 rated? Look at this card for 84 rated. Like, what am I looking at? That would be a YouTube video from one of those like fun concept creators, you know? But yeah, you gotta look for stuff that either goes one way or the other, right? Where it's like you find some hidden gems that you've been doing evils on like this, or you go on the route of like giving some proper improvements to a card that looks pretty solid in game defensively. You know, that's what it kind of comes down to. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today, and I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.